Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most greatest asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let me fix that square. It seems weird. You know, the camera's up there, so it kind of looks like I'm looking into it, even though from here it's a little different. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on in and joining the Crypto Lifer live stream. I greatly, greatly appreciate your time and your knowledge that you bring to the channel. Every single day, people are awesome. You send in super chats, super vibes, and you're just amazing. Each and every one of you changed my life in more ways than you would ever know, because we're like a constellation. Constellation's made up of hundreds of stars, right? It takes hundreds of us to make up the Crypto Lifer live stream every day, but together we come together and we form a constellation. We're like a binary star, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you. I'm so blessed to have you all in my life. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water and let's get it going. And I will start implementing the honey from Be Well Honey, all the way from Pembroke, Mass. Be Well. Have honey every single day. Be Well Honey on deck. Shout out to each and every one of you. And the black cumin seed. I always take my black cumin seed now as we get into the winter and we get ready for, you know, just things happening and the body changes. The 4, 5, 6 black cumin seeds is really all you need. Okay. And we're ready to rock. Let's get this show on the road. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get the music pumping and gunning. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's take a look at the markets and break it down exactly for what they are. I feel like I'm a little far left today. Might need to move myself a little over. We'll see what happens when we get it. Shout out to Marv, the computer, just doing unbelievable. Marv all the way down there on the bottom right, just banging on them to the upside. And follow me on Twitter if you can, at cryptolifer33. I would greatly appreciate it if you can. It's awesome. It's a great place to be. 8,100 followers on Twitter, and we're continuing to grow on our way to 10,000 Twitter followers. That will be a celebration. We're also live on Twitter, as you can see. If you want to watch me on Twitter, I will be there. We got 6 people who love to watch on Twitter. We love you. Thank you for being here. Interesting. So, tweet, what do I want to know today? I want to know, do you stack more ETH? Because I know we're all hardcore here. So do you stock more ETH, Ethereum, or Bitcoin in this bear market? That's what I want to know. Do you stack more Ethereum or Bitcoin in this bear market? I would like to know what you do. Let me know. Answer the tweet. I want to know what you're stacking. I want to know what I'm doing compared to the rest of the world. I want to know what you guys are doing. Shout out to that one person that just come on in and got us to 8,110. Bang, bang, bang. All right, Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell here. So I woke up this morning. Let me show you what I saw. Right off the bat, I saw the 1 hour ready to rock. It's curving up. It actually looked absolutely lovely. MACD was golden. That's why you don't just trade a MACD signal. They are false signals. They are horrible. But the Stokes and everything else was looking pretty good. However, I'll be honest, at the very quick moment when I looked at this, I did not see the head and shoulders at the very moment. However, my trading style tells you to never buy into a high stochastic on the 15-minute, even if the 1 hour looks good. So my trading style is to and why is that? I used to get into the 1 hour all the time, and then next thing you know, I'd be down in the trade. And I'd be wondering, what's happening? Why am I down in the trade? And it was like, well, because you lost, because the 15-minute was overbought when you got in. So the 1 hour can look good, but check your 15-minute first. And if your 15 minutes above the dotted line and high, and look, you even had bearish divergence there printed by the indicator. The indicator that I use is Stochastics RSI with divs. It even had a bearish divergence there, because it was like slightly more up than there. I mean, harder to call here, but that hill was downside even though the price was upside. So it called the divergence on the Stochastics RSI. I mainly call my divergence on the RSI. So right there. However, what I did do is the second I saw that, right? Because this morning I went up and I said, man, it's likely we could get a break to the upside. It's looking good on the 1 hour. However, we do have to wait for the 15-minute, right? And 7-minute is near the end of its dump for now. 7-minute was dumping, but I did see this head and shoulder pattern, and I did post this to the trading group. You would have got this before it broke that line and dumped to the downside. You would have been privy to the head and shoulder. So even if I do somewhat slip up, I will make up for it within a few minutes. And there you have it. I have this head and shoulder right there. Bang to the downside. We also lost the POC that I talk about, 19,100. We cannot lose that. Such a big deal that we lost that POC. It really, really is such a big deal. Like, we can't lose that line right there. I was longing on that line. That whole line was the day. It was going to really hold us together for the day. The fact that we lost that line is a little sad for me, honestly. It's like, come on. I mean, the setup was nice. It's not sad. We can still short the market. Shout out to anyone that jumped into a short that fast. I had to work out. I didn't have the time to make that transition. Sometimes, you got to take care of your body. You do. If you overtrade, you don't take care of the things in life that matter. That's the thing about trading. It can take over every single aspect of your life. You got to find a way to balance out your trade and how because you're like, I want to be in it all the time. I'm losing, I'm winning, I'm up and down. It can be such a battle. To win it in trading, most people will never make it because most people just won't go through it's not even about the up and down and the learning. It's the mental and the emotional damage that it does until you get a handle of yourself in trading. And it'll continue to destroy you until you handle it. Trading is a bit of a beast. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to make it. Everyone wants to make a gain. Everyone wants to change their lives, but it takes discipline. It takes education. To be able to do the right thing and to be able to hone in, takes discipline and education. So look, that is definitely a head and shoulder pattern that dumped to the downside. It's also a Bart Simpson, if you're privy to that information. 7 minute is oversold. 15 minutes oversold. 1 hour is getting oversold. 4 hour is oversold near the bounce there, right? However, the 22 hour starting to curve on us. And you can see, I even said I don't like how the 22 hours looking in my update this morning. I said 22 hour doesn't look good, and we got a bearish engulfer on that. We're going to get out of there and kind of give you a cleaner look. We're in the 7 minute now, so when you show someone smaller time frames and then you zoom out to a bigger one, it's going to look messy because the work you did in a smaller time frame is going to be condensed. It's not going to look good. So that's why I use multiple charts, grouping, and that's why it's not easy and that's why most analysts you see won't have, a daily, a 1 hour, because you kind of have to have a skill to do that. And what I do is I use multiple, I'll give a daily on Binance. I'll use Bitcoin US all-time index to show you something bigger. So we use all these different exchanges, which is basically the general price, to be able to give you some insight into where the market may be going. Okay. Morning Lifer, DK. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to JB. One Male Sam will never tell you what to buy or sell. He provides an education so you learn yourself and teaches you his strategy. Plus, you will find many trading setups each day. When you join the 99 Lifer Trading Group, you receive the Lifer Vision Trading Bootcamp for $60. All right. Good afternoon from Holland. S&P just made a lower low. We're going to take a look at the ES1 for sure and break it down. Look at this one, though. This is looking pretty nice to me. Didn't really budge compared to Bitcoin. It's called High Sand 33. High Sand 33. It's got the 33 in it, so I'm into it. I'm looking at this. It's pushing to the upside. MACD want to turn. Has not budged when the Bitcoin dumped at all. Really did nothing. Stayed right where it was. So this is interesting to me. It's on my radar. 50 minutes a little high. Wait for that to come down. It may make a perfect entry at the bottom of the pattern. It may stay up here and kind of bounce. It is above a PLC right now and the 200-day moving average with tight moving averages. Usually tells me an explosive move or some type of move is coming. Also, what I didn't do is pull the Fibonacci here, but you can see that is a 618 Fibonacci level. If you can see if that's 100, that's about 40 to 60%. Let's take a look here. Alt F, we're going to draw from the bottom to the top, and we're going to find our Fibonacci zone. You can see we came right here to the 618 Fibonacci level, almost into the golden pocket. So we're in a beautiful retracement. I like what I'm seeing. I'd be surprised if this doesn't do something at least 3 to 10% to the upside. But again, anything is possible. But Hassan 33 is on the radar hero in a bit of a nice, beautiful, I had this beautiful cup. We played it yesterday for gains. We nailed it. So if anyone took this trade, did not hit the stop loss, beautiful flag that I posted. Bang, 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 got above the PLC, rode the PLC, and then bang, to the end of the liquidity zone. That's just what we see. I teach this all the time by using the VRVP, right? Now we're looking at another flag, and actually this flag is already up since I posted it. Another 2.5%, 3.47%, and continuing to move here on the radar. And even with Bitcoin dumping, we're pulling out a little bit of money out of the market. 3% a day is amazing. Even if you have $100, 3% a day is amazing. We have a chart that shows you if you make $3 a day or 3% a day compounded by day number 272, you have over $170,000 off $100. Off of $100. Compounding your money is big. Every 3% becomes a 3.1 and then another one and another one, and it just continues to rip. All right, let's take a look at the world markets. Everyone is a bit in shambles here. We got fears all around the place. Everyone is in fear. Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index. Pretty good idea, right? We want to see what that's saying. And that should be in the teens today, right, with what's happening. Let's take a look. 22. Funny, higher than yesterday. This will reset in 9 hours. We'll take a look at what that says. But, still good time to dabble. Not the best prices for me, possibly, but good time to dabble. And what I mean by this is I like to dabble. I like to buy on the lows. I like to buy the low prices right? And so by buying the low prices, this fear has to be even lower into the 15s, 10s, 12s. If I get it to an 8 or a 9, that's when you're buying 17K Bitcoin, right? So another thing is the bears had so much power, and you think we would have gotten closer to 17K when we went down here a few times. We still have the bullish divergence on the bigger time frames. We're going to break it all down for you. Do not worry. We're going to break every single situation down for you. Look, we called this long. We called this short. We called this long. Right here, we're kind of sitting in the zone. I did call a long here. I said I likely would break up, but I caught myself right there, saw the head and shoulder, and then, showed you that a head and shoulder has a 68% chance to break to the downside. I said this POC needs to hold. Once we broke that POC, my whole story's over because I talked about how important this POC needs to hold. I even put out a message to my group. This POC, and I write really fast. I'm sorry, so sometimes I typo because I'm like getting the show ready, and then I see something, so I'm working like overtime. But bulls must defend this POC here on the 15-minute, right? And it's weird. That didn't do a... And what I'm showing you is the POC is this red line right here. So bulls must defend that. If we didn't, more downside. That's exactly what we saw. So it happened so fast. I just made 3% for the day. Shout out to Michael Scott, my man. 3% a day will make anybody rich. Shout out to Gregory the Sniper, my man. Oh, snap. We have Michael Scott in the house. Shout out to Michael Scott, Gina Bombina, Gregory the Sniper, and everybody in the house. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to each and every one of you lovely, beautiful people hanging out with the cryptolifer every single day. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. We got 200 likes. We have 600 people on the live stream. Can we get the likes? 400 people. Let's get the likes all the way up, baby. Let's do it. What you really do is when you hit the like button, you help somebody else learn. I'm here educating every single day without a day off in 600 and some odd days. I've been pushing since February of 2021 to change the world, and I will do it. God gave me the oomph, the energy, and I'm going to keep pushing every single day until we blast through to the upside. So where could we get a bounce? We're going to take a look at the bigger picture, the smaller picture. Let's break it down for Bitcoin. But right now we are coming to the downside. I'm expecting a bit of a bounce here at the bottom of this triangle if we can. We're also sitting kind of stopping here at this bounce, 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 bounce resistance. This is our local support and resistance area, and it is 18,800. Remember the 18,800s. Remember all the 800s are areas that we want to watch. All right. Today I have great news. Today is a big, big day. It's a huge day, actually. It's one of the greatest days on earth. It always is when you're alive and well and everything is going well. ATB, right? Around the blockchain, which is on BitBoy show. And today I will be on their show at 5 p.m. So come through, be respectful, be nice, but definitely support the lifer. Lifer plus ones all day long, so I would greatly appreciate it. So come on in. We will be having Around the Blockchain at 5 p.m. this Thursday. Today. So I'm super excited. Catch me live on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. I would love to see all of my lifers there. We also have a weekly screen share after that. So today's going to be, you're going to see a lot of me. You see 2 hours of me now. You're going to see me post in the trading group and bring some updates. Then you're going to see me at 5 o'clock on Around the Blockchain. And then that ends at 5:45. I'm going to take a quick 45-minute break, grab some dinner with my wife, and I'm going to be banging it for a private weekly screen share from 6:30 to 8:30 with each and every one of my awesome lifers. So today's a lot. If you're a lifer, you get about 5 hours of the lifer, which is pretty crazy. I'm only up for 16. I mean, you're getting a third of my day. You're going to spend a third of the day with me. So shout out to everybody here that's excited. I can't wait to see you all. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Okay, so as you can see, this head and shoulder falling to the downside. We need to see a bit of a bounce. Very, very important that we get a bit of a bounce here to the upside. All right? Something that, we're looking at. We got to get that bounce. All right? Moving forward, let's take a look at the dollar index. Let's take a look at the whole world markets. I got to see what's happening in the world today. All right? If you're in the trading group, you would have been privy to that head and shoulder pattern and the loss of the POC, which was really a short signal. All right. Anyone know the lifer's volume indicator he uses to find the POC, the VRVP. And all you have to do to get it is go up here, right here, to this area and hit VRVP. Josh, how's the gain? Is it too much? Is it too good? Are we sitting pretty? Gain money? Porter Rock, Porter. DJ Porter Rock in the house. DJ Porter Rock, jamming 94.5. I love that. It always keeps my head up. See, I forgot about Airtable today again for some reason. I have no idea how it happens, but it just does. Luna C trading volume falls double digits. Is Binance burning hype over? Interesting. Luna C's trading volume is down 34.4% in the last 24 hours, with the prices down 1%. Turning the data from Monday when the leading cryptocurrency exchange and main conductor of Luna C liquidity. So, just something to think about. Luna C kind of falling off a little bit. Crypto's favorite institutional summit is back in the UK. USDC is coming to Cosmos in 2023. Circle will issue USDC on a generic asset chain secured by Cosmos validators. When you see Cosmos, that's Atom. Remember, Atom is going to be big. Cosmos I'm big on Atom. I've been holding Atom for a long time. I broke it down why Atom is going to be huge. It's one of my favorite coins, top 5 coins to 5 million. I made that video a long time ago, and Atom is still doing damage. The future of Cosmos Hub, it's a hub. It connects other chains. It's going to be interoperable. It's like something inside of a car engine that helps you connect to other car engines. Absolutely beautiful. You know what I mean? So I absolutely love Atom. I keep stacking my Atom. I got bags of Atom on the lows. Although USDC is one of the most commonly used DeFi assets, it is issued by centralized institution, making it non-censorship resistant. Shortly after the Treasury sanctioned Crypto Mixer Tornado Cash, 45 Ethereum addresses named official of foreign address control, making it illegal for U.S. citizens to interact with the addresses. We're going to continue to experiment with Cosmos and see how individual chains want to manage the lack of censorship resistance. We most likely are going to give USDC the capability to block IBC channel in our implementation, and it's going to be interesting to see how that potentially plays out. See, I mean, they're going to say, hey, you know, we want decentralization. This is the key for the human race to evolve. We don't want to be held back anymore. Bitcoin beats the British pound in trading volume as GDP falls apart. The British pound is just absolutely collapsing to the downside, you know. So more people want to be in Bitcoin than in the British pound, showing you that BTC GDP is starting to soar. And that's going to happen around the world. Eventually, that's going to happen to Bitcoin. I'm telling you right now, I believe Bitcoin will shock the world. It is an inflationary hedge. I started buying Bitcoin because I knew inflation was going to rise. 10 years ago, I knew inflation was going to rise, and I started buying Bitcoin 5 years ago. Should have bought it a little earlier, but so be it. It is what it is. I got in when I did. Everybody feels late in cryptocurrency. As long as you're in, you're good. If you feel late, that means you're in. And that means you're actually in the right place at the right time. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as such. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. But one thing I do have to talk about is the idea that, I bought Bitcoin because it's an inflation hedge. Visible range volume profile, we had it on the screen there. We're going to dive into the dollar index and see what it has in store for us. So look on the 7-minute. It was in this beautiful pennant, came out, got rejected by bearish divergence a bit. Swing up to swing up. That swing wasn't as hard. That swing was up. This is a channel. You can see this channel is down strong. And this channel is even further down, even like adds to the divergence a little bit here. Let's see if we have a divergence on like the 15. You do see. You have a swing to the downside here on the RSI, but this is swinging to the upside on the 15-minute. Bearish divergence played out. Back to 112.77. The 77s have been showing up recently a lot. Back to 112.77. So I am covering the money here, but this is a little chubby for me. This should be more further over there, and I should be more. That's why. That makes sense. Let me rest back easy into the pocket that I like to be in. Shout out to each and every one of you. I love you all. God bless you all for being here. All right. Shout out to the 548 people, 282 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, dear Lord. All right. Hey, Sam, I've turned $300 into $1,600 in a couple days by joining in on the live stream. You've taught me information for a lifetime. In just the last couple weeks, I've been listening. See, that's what happens. Shout out to my man, the Trenton Pregner man. Dude is already, can you please, what you could do for me? And we're going to take a picture of that team. Always take a picture of these if you can and send them right into the testimonial group, because that's gold. That guy's telling you that, just by learning from me, not even banging in the Discord, he's able to turn his money into more money, and he's learning from me. I'm not telling him what to buy or sell, anything of that nature. He's learning. He's getting educated. I'm putting education out every single day. He's picking up what I'm putting down. He's using it to his advantage. I would like to be a tool for people to get somewhere in life. That's my goal in life. That's my mission. He's basically stating that I'm accomplishing my mission. God bless you and yours, man. Shout out to you, Sam. We're so blessed to have you every day. Your dedication to us is beyond life-changing. Your motivation is the real deal. Your TA is like no other, teaching us, your skill. Thank you. Shout out to Trevor TVA. You're the man, dude. God bless you. I also joined his program. I will give honest review in a month. Shout out to Type CRO. Thank you so much, Type Grow. Especially my blue crew. And when you give that honest, that's the only thing I got to say. When you do give that honest review, I hope you put in 110% into my group. Because if you only give a little bit, then anyone could say, hey, I didn't get as much out of that group. If you don't put in the work, you got to put in the work to get what you need out of that group. You got to meet me halfway. I love you, man. Call me another trade, and 50% is yours. Shout out to Sifa Khalik, man. Morning lifers, happy to be here. God bless all my fellow Floridians. Well, I'm looking at Hassan 33, man. Thing is looking really, really beautiful to me. 618, I mean, that's looking, the probability is very high there. Very, very high. Okay. Let's zoom out on the DXY and see what's crack-a-lackin'. So we were in this. Let's get rid of all my little drawings here from my behavior, where I believe price action was going to go. So we had a measured move here to the upside out of the rising wedge. Measured move would take you all the way to about 117. Pretty close to that big 120 resistance. Look at that nasty dump in the dollar to the downside, even when we're low on the 4-hour time frame. Very, very interesting. And look, high stochastics here began to drop us. We came back up for the lower low for high stochastics, and we're beginning to make this channel. What I want to see is this break back inside the bigger channel. Looks like we could just be coming back for a bit of a retest of here, or even this lower area. 1 hour still coming down, but almost done. And so it is making a bit of a flag that could continue to the upside. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the old, we don't need this anymore, but this did break out. Didn't hit the measured move, but it broke out pretty nicely. Then it got rejected by the bearish divergence. Bitcoin kind of was in the same similar pattern just a few days ago, but upside down. So if you look at this here, this is now a nice flag, right? Flag wants to pump to the upside for DXY. 1 hour suggests as such. 4 hours suggests as such. Daily's cooked. Daily says no way. And you've tweezer topped on the daily. At that point, you would have to suggest that this is going to make a move to the downside. I kind of want to open it up, but to me, it broke out. I mean, you could do this. But to me, that channel is just too clean. It broke out of the channel. I'm going to keep it clean like this. So we're watching this flag, but we do know that there's tweezer tops of the daily, and the daily is pushing to the downside. We want to see the daily continue to break inside the pattern, bearishly retest, and then dump to the measured move, which is about here at 104. If we get that, we will get a relief rally back to about 23, 24, possibly even up to 25,000 for Bitcoin. So that's why we watch the dollar index every single day as much as we can. My 4-year-old's watching the live today. He says hello to everyone. Homesick, but he's super strong little guy. He says Bitcoin is going up today and the DXY will dump. Shout out to your little man, dude. Don't worry, buddy. You're homesick from school, but you know what? You're with dad, so you probably feel good. Or with your mom. I'm not sure. You're with Trevor. Oh, yeah, with your dad, Trevor. You're probably feeling great, though. Hey, days home with dad, oh, the best. You're blessed right now. You're super lucky, man. God bless you and your father. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you know what? You're probably already feeling better right now. You know what I'm saying? You're already feeling better right now. I know it. I know it. Marv likes the likes. Yep, Sam doing his thing. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. Dan, this dude is on a roll, bringing it. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. My man, every single day, showing me the love, man. He wakes up every morning and texts me, and he tells me about God, the Bible. And, God bless you, Roddy. I hope you, moment of silence for everyone here. Something he reminded me of. Moment of silence for everyone in the hurricane in Florida. Someone could get hit by a sign. Someone's car could have been ruined. Someone's house could be damaged. You wake up and your whole basement is flooded. That costs thousands of dollars. You may not have the money. You know what I'm saying? So let's just pull back for anyone that got really, someone might have just started a new business and their kitchen's flooded today and they can't open and they got a bunch of bills to pay. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff is going on for a lot of different people. So let's take a moment and realize that I'm up in here in sunny Boston. I have no issues. We had no hurricane. God bless. I hope we don't have one. So far, we're making it through hurricane season the last few years pretty nicely, but knock on wood. But let's have a moment of silence for anyone that's been affected by the hurricane. And may Lord bless everyone that was affected by the hurricane, and may they bounce back as good as they can. May they have neighbors that are there for them. And if they did suffer a loss, a life, or something other happened, may they learn and become stronger through that pain, whatever they go through. And we don't know all the reasons why we go through these pains, but we do know that the pain makes us stronger. And when we become stronger, we're there to help others. So, hope all you Floridians are okay. And my heart is with each and every one of you. I've been through a few hurricanes in my life, and they're not fun. They're scary. The wind is blowing. The trees are getting ripped out of the ground, and, you can lose power. A lot of things can happen. So shout out to each and every one of you, and God bless you all. So look at the dollar index right here getting overbought on the daily chart, expecting a downside dump. Last time we had a little pullback. This time we had a pullback. Look at all the times we did get above the dotted line. What happened to the dollar index? You can just kind of get a look at it, all right? You don't have to go on my word. You can take a look at it yourself, and you can ask yourself, well, what happened? And that's why my trading style is right in front of you. There's really not a lot of things to hide. I teach everyone, and I'm like, now it's time for you to get busy. Look, we got above the dotted line up here, right? And we actually saw some bearish divergence too right there. So that was, and we dumped. We got above the dotted line here, pull back. And I'm not saying we're going to dump all the way to the downside, but a pullback usually does occur when we get this high on the dollar index. And even on the MACD, it's just extended. So I'm looking for some type of pullback here for the dollar index on the daily chart. We also lost that 114 area, coming back down to 112. So interesting for the dollar index. We do see a little bit of a relief rally on the 4-hour and the 1-hour. Hope it just kind of continues to the downside and doesn't break out of this flag. So we'll be watching this flag on the dollar index for you throughout the next few days and keeping you privy to the information. I'd want to see it break back down into this pattern. That would be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at ES1, which is the S&P futures, front running everything that we got going on here. Now, look, I talked about this area. Look, that's a bit of a shoulder ahead, and now we're making a bit of a right shoulder. It's messy. What I don't like is that we're attempting to defy the divergence here that was very, very strong. Like, that is very strong bullish divergence. As you can clearly see, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up here, and we got to bounce to the upside, all right, on ES1. We make it a little sharper. This is the falling wedge that I've been watching closely for ES1, which is inside a bigger channel. I was hoping that we double bottom here. We do not break the low. Let's take a look here. So, we already did make a new low, but, it's still slightly kind of a double bottom. On the daily, it looked better than it does on the 4-hour time frame. What you're trying to grasp at straws here for, a shoulder ahead, and can this make a right shoulder and not ruin the sauce? You know what I mean? We don't want to ruin the sauce, right, Frankie? So look at this. We're still headed to the downside, though. We have downside momentum, but we're pinned here on the 1-hour time frame, suggesting that we may make that right shoulder to the upside. We may hold the zone. This is, look, previous resistance. We got to get a bounce here. I keep saying how important it is that the S&P gets back above 3734. The sad thing is, top of the channel likely come down here to the bottom of the channel, right? And it will negate the beautiful bullish divergence that we had. All it did was get us to resistance. We did not get above it. So bullish divergence can play, but really it just gets you to resistance, and then you're at resistance, and it's time to bust through the resistance. If you can't get through the resistance, it is what it is, right? Do you guys want me bigger or smaller? Am I too big there? Am I too small here? I'm trying to find the general placement. It's a little more intimate when I'm bigger. You kind of see me as if you would see me. And to all the YouTubers out there, once you get 10 to 20,000 subscribers, it's time to get yourself a DSLR camera. They cost $1,000. I just see too many people are on professional interviews. They're doing stuff all over the internet. They seem to have a good following, and they're still kicking it with a webcam. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying, once your business starts to flourish, put some money back into that business. Get yourself a good camera. You know what I'm saying? If you're out there trying to stream, if you're out there right now and you like YouTube, get yourself a good camera the second you can. Up the ante to your equipment. It's going to make you feel good. You're going to look better. People are going to compliment it, and you're going to feel like a boss. So trust me, if you're dabbling with that little webcam, throw that thing, put it to the side, use it for a secondary cam, but get yourself a used 1080p DSLR for $400 or $500. Anything you could slap a lens on is going to change your interaction with your entire group of people. They're going to be able to see your pores, see your little hairs. They're going to really feel like they're there with you. A DSLR will really change the game for you when it comes to putting yourself out there and online. So I just want to put that out. You know what I mean? It's a big deal. All right. Tax write-offs too. To anyone that lives a life of content, shoot a video. Exactly. What kind of cam? I upgraded my mic. I'm using, what I really like was this new Canon M6. I bought this new Canon camera. It's unbelievable. It's actually a year old, but the thing is unreal. I got Logitech C9 2020s. They're good. but DSLR is what you want. Tax write-offs, exactly. If you own a business, I have an iPhone XS Max. What do you think about the idea of the most crypto YouTubers are paid to spread uncertainty and fear? First half of the year, a lot of them were over bullish, then over bearish right now in the size of the HORD. I mean, honestly, I don't know. A lot of things I've seen online do tend to be shills. That's why my channel actually flourishes, because people watch it and they're like, you know what? This guy hasn't shilled anything on me, but his own courses, his own classes, and his own stuff. Like, he doesn't, as I shill Mex Global. But, so look, back to the brass tacks here. S&P is looking for a bit of a bounce. Can it make the right shoulder is the question and not go to the lower part of the channel? All right. How we figure that out, go to the smaller time frames and look, are we making a bear flag, a bull flag? Is there any divergence? You see divergence right here on the 5-minute chart. I mean, that's a swing down, swing up to the swing up, swing down to swing up. Suggests that we could get a bit of a bounce here for the S&P. Very sharp channel now we're in here. Can we break back to the upside is the question. All right. So looks like we'll get a little bit of a relief rally, but if we can't get back above this POC, 3,700, that's Bitcoin's 19,100. You can see how they correlate with their POCs. See, that's the same area right there for Bitcoin. It's really important we get back above the POC, which we are right now. Unbelievable at 19,156. I'll be honest, I remain bullish because I like to long when the 50-minute and the 1 hour are low. So that's why we're going to get into this in a second, and we're going to really look at what I see here. And we're going to, I'm going to do my freestyle stuff, and we're going to really break down the chart. We're going to rework the whole chart from scratch, and we're going to see what my brain reveals. All right. I have a really crazy subconscious mind that's seen tons and tons of charts. So when I let it loose onto the charts, we find stuff together. And I mean, that's the point of the show, to watch my freak brain and analyze things at hyper speed with, that's I think that's kind of part of the show. I'm kind of a freak. It's weird. One day I cried at night. I said, babe, am I just a freak? Like, people watch me because I'm a freak. Like, I'm like a chart freak. I was like, no one loves me. I'm like a bearded lady at the circus. You know what I'm saying? She's like, everybody loves you, Sam, but you are a freak. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, thanks, babe. You guys are funny. I hope you laugh with me there. I hope you laugh with me. I don't like to brag about the expensive places I've been. It's not a good thing to do. But yesterday, I went to the gas station. $73 for a tank, baby. Oh my gosh, man. If you're a freak, we're all freaks, baby. Shout out to Ace PR, man. It's the suit, Sam. Thank you. I appreciate it. Gina Bombina. Ayo. Sam Rusi went to the Virgin Islands. Now they're just known as the Islands. You're so funny, man. Anybody who does something well others can't do is a freak, hero, expert. I love y'all. 1 mil trading course is 2.5 hours Zoom tutorial with Sam, where he will teach you many things about crypto trading and his unique and accurate TA methods. Thank you so much, Jamie. You're the man, dude. Very nice of you to explain that for that, man. Shout out to Anku Kuti Butu, Love Learning, CNC Ireland, Gregory, the Sniper, and everybody here on the live. I appreciate it. All right, so moving forward, you can see ES1, possible cup and handle that I made there out of nowhere. I just did that without even saying it. Isn't that weird? My mind just started drawing it. Like, I didn't even want to draw it. I just kind of like, now I could still, what I do see is this, honestly, is slight bounce back to the upside, but it doesn't give you much, I can't stand these patterns scare me because their upside and downside, not scare me, I shouldn't say scare, but make money both bearishly, because you're like, your top of your pattern move is still a downside move. So like almost every move is a downside move, even as it's moving through the pattern. You get it? So like, because like it's got to go back to the top of the pattern, but that's still down, so it's interesting. It's very interesting. So this is, look, bounce, bounce, bounce. Why do I have a line there? That's now our resistance. We got to get back above it to remain bullish. Simple as that. And right now, this 5-minute will flag it out, but if it continues inside of a flag, it's going to make a bear flag and continue to dump. Very simple to continue. If you want to find out if you should stay inside of a trade, go to the smaller time frames and find continuation patterns. If that trade is making continuation patterns, it's going to continue. Pretty self-explanatory. If it makes a reversal pattern, like a double bottom or an inverted head and shoulder, it's likely to reverse. So, and you'll have a 70% accurate on that. So go to the smaller time frames and put your patterns in. And your patterns are going to teach you where you're likely going to go. It's quite simple. Shout out to the 666 people on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you. 367 people. We need 300 more people to go and nail that like button, baby. I know you can do it. I know you want to get it done. And I know you can, all right? Hey, if you want to look absolutely beautiful, and I wasn't paid to do this, but this product's amazing. It's called Tree of Life. You have your hyaluronic acid, hyaluronic acid. You got your retinol serum, and then you also have your vitamin C serum. And I'm telling you right now, these three things will make you glow, baby. Actually, right here, even my cheeks are glowing recently. See, they radiate a little bit more with the light ever since I started using this stuff. So I don't know. You do whatever makes you happy, but this is a word-of-mouth product. Never really been marketed. People seem to absolutely love. Danny, Anku Kutsi Butsu, put me onto it because he wants me to look like a beautiful 28-year-old lad on the live. I'm trying to bring myself back, back to when I was young. Shout out to the 400 people on the live. Thank you for coming on in. So you're gonna flag things out when you're in a trade if you want to stay in the trade or not. Pretty good, that's trading 101, all right? 36.33, it's always on the 33. And that's the S&P. I think we can move on from there. We also did the DXY. We can move on from there, okay? I also like to take a gander at the Dow Jones just to see how the whole world is holding up and see what's going on. Dow Jones taking a beat down 529 points, getting absolutely filleted. Woof. And look what I had here. Can we make a bottom? Can we stop the carnage here? And look, why? Well, this is our next big, this is huge. And I got a few charts to show you. I watch Crypto Love every morning. I highly suggest you do. He makes a video every single day, really quick and easy. He's easy to find, just like BitBoy. But type in Crypto Love. He's one of my partners in the game. I love him. Not really, we're not really partners, but you know what I mean? He's a fellow YouTuber doing his thing. And look, Bitcoin's next move will shock you. Winkyverse, Bitcoin, is it good? But I wanted to show you some of the charts that he showed me. And honestly, I'm even looking at some things that I want to talk about. So we're going to break down Bitcoin in a broader scale. Look at this. We had this inverted cup and handle. The measured move would take you to 27,135. So far, it did play out to the downside. Major resistance here because that's, the last resistance. So it's major support. If this support cannot hold, we are in for some trouble. I'm telling you right now, we are in for some trouble. The daily suggests we are going to get a bit of a bounce. The MACD is overextended. We're in a falling wedge on the RSI and well below the dotted line, okay? You could even see here is a little bit of bullish divergence because there's a sharp swing down, but here is a bit flat. That is a bullish divergence, a class B or C right there. Can we hold 29,000 is the question. Where would be my last line in the sand here for the Dow Jones before it completely collapses? Well, we took a look at the daily. Daily is just making a bit of a bear flag there. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And yeah, you can see here that unless this is going to make a bit of a double bottom, this is no goo. They keep trying to raise that interest rate. They keep raising the dollar value up. They're collapsing, and what they're doing is they're collapsing the GDP, right? The pound is getting absolutely slammed to the downside because they all peg their money to the dollar, and we made sure that our dollar is like the first one to create the volume. So they get hurt first, we get hurt last, and we figure. Whoever created the Ponzi scheme figured this out, and they fed it to all the other countries. The second you sign the letter to let that IMF and take that money from the banking system, and the second your government started to borrow money from a money printer, you put yourself and your entire country into basically economic slavery. Right now, the American, you think, I don't want to cause a frenzy here, but we are in a bit of, we are being held down by an economic parasitic system that is a bit of a Ponzi. And that's why I got into Bitcoin in the first place. All right. Charles Ponzi, he was a real person, first person to do a Ponzi scheme, and that's why they call it Ponzi. He was a real dude, right? I'm pretty sure, was his name Charles? Why do I remember his first name? Charles Ponzi. Yeah, Charles Ponzi, dude. I remember anything I read. It's so insane. I read this one time. I don't remember his first name. But that's why they call it a Ponzi scheme. All right. Insanity. Okay, so the Dow Jones looking at a bit of in a bear flag, and the 4-hour coming out. And if the 4-hour can't get yourself back above this resistance here at 30,132, you can kiss more. Downside is definitely coming. Definitely coming. I mean, this is about to get filleted. And if it loses this area of support, I mean, your next big area is like right here at about 23,000. I mean, and you got some chop in the middle. Not like you won't, you'll have some ups and downs there, but wow. That's going to be a quick drop right to 27,000. That's a $2,000 drop for the Dow. That'll be a horrible time, and that could be coming Friday, tomorrow. Who knows? Yikes. All right. Yikes. Daily wants to move. 22-hour wants to move. So the smaller time frame suggesting that the bigger time frame suggesting this falling wedge will break to the upside. We'll keep you privy to this tiny flag on the 4-hour. All right. And we'll also, and that will, whatever happens there will kind of bleed into fruition onto the higher time frame. So we'll keep you in position. But right now, it's looking pretty sick. We need this daily to pump, and it would have to get back above at least the resistance at 31,650 for me to remain anywhere near bullish for the Dow Jones Industrial. So Dow is struggling. ETH BTC, something that I've been looking at closely. Looks like it's ready to go. It's a bit of a cup with a handle. If you want to make some money on your Bitcoin, all right, you do your own due diligence and study. But if you know what a falling wedge is, 68% chance to break to the upside, do your own due diligence. Get educated. Understand what a BTC pair is. But this ETH BTC pair is suggesting possible 38% gains against Bitcoin. When the whole world goes crazy and everyone's freaking out about money, I don't care. I don't worry. What I do is I grab my Bitcoins and I start trading Bitcoin pairs. And I just keep growing Bitcoin, keep growing Bitcoin, keep growing Bitcoin, keep growing Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? Over and over and over again. And so while everyone else is freaking out, there's always opportunity in the market. We're going to talk about Bitcoin pairs today because that's something you could focus on when the market gets shifty. And we can still rejoice with 50%, 100%, 30%, and all sorts of large gains in our Bitcoin holdings. So while the whole market freaks out, we just slowly stack our Bitcoin. You don't pay attention. It's like an animal that starts to make its winter, its little winter hibernation while everyone else isn't paying attention. He's out, he's digging his hole, he's getting ready because that little animal knows that he's going to get ready. He's going to have to get ready for that event. He's storing his food. I'm storing my Bitcoin while the whole world is freaking out. You need to remain focused. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to teach you focus. Most people are going to be in fear. You're going to see the views go down on YouTube. You're going to see the whole world not pay attention. This is what I wanted to talk about yesterday. This is the key. Most people are going to fall off in a bear market. That's what a bear market is for. It's for most people to fall off. What happens is eventually the bottom comes in and the people that stay get the lowest prices ever. And they actually, when the bottom rips, it's not that hard to figure out. Like you get your first higher low, the trend changes and you're out. Like it's like getting out. It's like seeing the light for the first time out of solitary confinement. You're out. And like we'll have some confirmations that are obvious. We'll see some moving averages move against other ones. And there's going to be big money to be made. That could happen 2 weeks from now. That could happen 2 months from now. Nobody knows when that's going to happen. Everyone is telling you we're going lower. Everyone's telling you you can't do that. You got to be open-minded. So the people that are going to make the most money are the people that stick with me and stay open-minded, or just get their, or even if they don't stick with me, they keep their own thought and they stay with whatever they're in. They stay with crypto. They keep learning crypto. They keep learning technical analysis. The people that aren't gonna make that much money are the people that are leaving YouTube right now. The people that are leaving trading groups right now. The people that are falling off because they're not gonna see the transition when the market shifts. Because you're never gonna be able to know that. That's why I thank the dear Lord I joined a trading group because I was given this information. I was able to figure this out, and now I can do it from my trading group as well. So we're never gonna know when the transition actually occurs, but we're gonna be there for it when it happens, and that's the key. The people that have the testing stay the test of time. And if you stay here, bear markets make billionaires. Bull markets make millionaires. People just jump in, make some money. But people make huge money when they sit at the bottom and find out where price is really going to go. So even if you spend $1,000 in my group for the year, right? Let's just say, because it's for 12 months, and you didn't make a dime, and you sat with me and just looked at charts and looked at all the charts and recharted. Oh my God, you know how much money you're likely to make based on the information that you've learned? So like, the fact that we post setups and help you pay for the trading group is a caveat to the information we present to get you where you need to be. I'm telling you right now, you got an education in front of you. You got a beautiful opportunity in front of you. Do not miss it. 2 years will go by faster than you realize. My last 2 years went by like this. I just had a daughter. She's already a year and a half. I remember when my wife first was pregnant. Time goes by so fast. Please remember this. Less than 2 years will go like this. And we have a halving for Bitcoin in 2024. You're going to be up and down on all this minutia, 10K, 15K, and you're going to listen to all this fear and Jordan Powell and all this nonsense, and you're going to miss the boat. So the whole point of it today is, yes, Bitcoin will shock you. When Bitcoin makes its move, it's going to shock you. The world is not going to be ready for it. But the people that are ready, the people that are in the bear, the people that are watching, are going to take advantage. Who do you want to be? Someone that walked off into the wayside, or someone that stayed the test of time and made it through the hardest time in crypto, which was the most fruitious time. Right now, look at this too. I can compare this to the YouTube channels. A lot of YouTube channels are falling off. They're not putting that much work. They're taking days off. They're like, I'm not. We're still pushing. We're hiring people. We're actually bringing more people in. I am hiring people right now in the bear market. Scott's honor. I am hiring people. I am producing opportunity for the world. I am not backing down. And because of that, when the bull market runs, this channel is going to eat other channels alive, baby, because we're going to be ready and standing the test of time. This is a story throughout history. This is the little red hen. She sat there. No one wanted to help her. No one wanted to give her a dang. She was in a bear market, but she went and she got her wheat. She grinded it. She grew it. She did every single step. Then when she finally had her bread, it was the bull market, and she was eating her big bread, and she had her bread, and everyone wanted to eat. But you know what? They didn't put the work in during the bear market, so they didn't get to eat like she did. They didn't get the money that she got. They didn't get the payout. I'm telling you right now, if you can go through the test of time with patience, if you can stand this moment, if you can get through it, there is so much waiting for you on the other end of the rainbow. But I'm telling you right now, God is testing you. This market is testing you, and everything in your soul is being tested at this very given moment in time. It happened to me in my first couple bear markets. I saw the ups and downs of life. I persevered. I bought Bitcoin on the lows during the fear. I used the fear and greed index. I used the 2-week stochastic. I looked at the weekly chart, and I grinded my way through it all. Do you want to have the same story? Do you want to write a similar book? Do you want to be able to tell your family and friends, hey, I made it. When no one else cared, when no one else was around, I grinded. And I deserve every single thing I made through this, because you know what? Everybody else turned away. Everybody else went the wrong way or turned around. It's about staying through the test of time. This is the time to pay attention. A gem could come out in the next few days. It's a layer 2 on Ethereum, layer 1. We don't know. That could be the next 1000x. IEO'd Matic came out 2018, 2019 in the summer. These coins are going to come out. Around this time is when these coins come out, and they become 1000x coins. Solana. If you weren't paying attention, if you weren't around, you would miss out on life-changing gains. So I just have to reiterate, this is where it is, baby. This is where it is, and this is what you want. You want Google searches to go down. You want people to be discouraged. You want fear to be heavy. Because if you're strong in the fear, my gosh, that's how you flip your life around. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but I was strong in the fear. And all I can do is tell you what I did to get to the next level in life. And I want to see everyone here have a house on the beach. I want to see everyone here travel the world. I want to see everyone here say, hey, cryptolifer, I want to fly you out to my house. We're having a big, 50 reunion. You helped me so much. I want you and your family to come. I want every one of you to bless me with trips, with ideas, and I know it's going to happen. If I show up every single day, I'm bound to make some millionaires. Some people are going to become millionaires with the education that I teach, because it happened to me from my mentor. So if my mentor did it to me, then I could do it to you. And I truly believe. So all you have to do is believe. Can I get a 333 in the comment section if you believe in yourself? Can I get a thumbs up if you know that you're going to become a millionaire? Who in this group right now is going to make $1 million in the next 4 to 5 years? Who is going to change their life? Because someone in this group right now, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 10, maybe 100, maybe 500, are going to change their lives. And I can't wait to see which one it is going to be. I'm excited to watch who comes up the ranks, because one of you is coming up. You don't realize it. I was in a trading group. I was just like everybody else, and I was on my way up. You're on your way up. You may not even realize it right now. You're at the right place at the right time. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I don't take it lightly. It's not a joke. All right? I have wife and kids. I have a wife and kids. I have 2 children that I love. The other day I said I work 7 days a week. Yeah, for me, and I love what I do, but for my kids, for my wife, for my family, so they never want for anything. So my daughter can have whatever she needs, the education that she needs, so my wife can be comfortable. So my family never wants for anything. I work 7 days a week. I would go outside in the cold for 10 hours a day if I had to keep my family safe. I would do whatever it takes to make sure my family is whole. And if you're now part of my family, I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep you whole. I'm going to show up every single day without a day off. You hear this? Every single day. No games. Shout out to all of you. I love you all. And I appreciate you all. It comes out, and when it comes out, it just comes out. But man, you got to grab the life by the horns. You got to go for it. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody is going to do it for you. Say that again. Nobody is going to do it for you. You're the only thing you got. You're all you got. You're your best friend. You're your own worst enemy. You can, you will, you are the best. Let's get back into the charts. ETH BTC. Shout out to the 700 people on the live. 475 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watches? Baby! Let's go. How many people just want to play games with their life? Let's go. All we have is today. All we have is the moment. Let's go. Like, seriously, I see too many people asleep. Living like they're in a freaking video game. This is real. My dad used to say, this is not a test run. This is real, baby. Yes. Why, babe? I'm just motivating. I'm just feeling fired up. I'm just feeling fired up. All right. All right, let's go look at Bitcoin. Let's break it down. I'm going to take a look at the USDT KuCoin chart. And I got something happening to Bitcoin that's got me kind of thinking here. Crypto grandma coming down the basement. Shout out to Kerry Coates in the house. Shout out to Sammy A. Shout out to the 333. Look at that chat. Look at that cat you got going. Look at that motivational speech. Look what it got the chat doing. It got each and every one of you up. It got each and every one of you to hit that keyboard. It got you all going, baby. Look at the chat. I got you rocking and rolling. Say I did not. Say you don't feel the energy right now. Say you don't realize you could do anything with your life. You're going to get off this stream and you're going to just take your life by storm. You're going to get off this computer at the end of this stream and you're going to be like, you know what? I can do any single thing I put my mind to. I could do anything I put my mind to, and nobody is going to tell me different. And if there's anyone around me that's going to tell me something negative, I'm going to remove them from my life. I'm going to remove them from my life. Amen. All right? And it's funny, we lose people when I do this. We had 700 people on the live. I don't care. I don't care. I'm here to motivate. I'm here to talk. If I got through to the right person, then that's what I was supposed to do. This is not a popularity contest. This is reality, okay? This is reality. Anyone else can appease any little thing that comes their way like TikTok. This is reality, all right? So let's break it down right now. 4 hours forming this funky symmetrical triangle. I mean, at the end of the day, there's nothing else you can really say about it. But that's what we're seeing here. See this? And we've been forming this trend. We've been hitting this trend. The POC is so important that we don't go below it anymore. Like, stop playing with this POC, Bitcoin. You're getting on my nerves. What is a POC? It's a point of control. It's a high volume. It's the highest volume node of all the high volume nodes. Which I've never said, but you know. Blockchain brawler, Sam, you got through to me and that changed my life. Our frequency a bit high for them. And staple it up and keep going forward, baby. Funny. The ones who are meant to stay are here. You reached me, and I'll reach 99 more. Let's grow the lifer community. You shout out to Gregory the Sniper. That makes me break down in tears, man. Because I know you're saying that 100%. I believe it. I believe exactly what you just said. And you will reach 99 more. And they'll reach another 99. and we will change the world. You know, how come so many people say, you know, why it's unrealistic, why, you know, only a small amount of people change the world? Because that's all that ever did. Mind blow. Like hold on. That people say, oh, you know, how come it's only a small amount of people that change the world? How come people think only a small amount? How come people think a small amount of people can't change the world? Because that's all that ever did. That's all that ever did. You see what I'm saying? That's all that ever did change the world. Is a small idea came from someone that said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do something different. I can't stand the way everyone else does this. And that person ended up changing the world. See what I'm saying? So the world changes from one small idea. And it comes from a small group, and it expands. And every single big world change came from a small idea that came from a small, you know, one or two people. So remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Every single seed grew. Every single plant grew from a small seed. This is key insight into life. All right. Key insight. I could teach you TA all day, but if you don't have key insight into life, then you become a multimillionaire. But who will you become? If I give you the education to help you make millions, I also want to give you the education to become an amazing part of society and to change the world. And so that's my duty, in my humble opinion. So, and why do I have that duty? Why do I feel that entitlement? Because God's given me such a beautiful life. And if I have such a beautiful life, then I need to help you have a beautiful life too. Why do I get all the awesome stuff? Everyone should get exactly what I get too. We should share the love every single time. So look, this is a symmetrical triangle, hands down. It is what it is. It could break up or down. All right. If it breaks to the upside, some say it's got some falling wedge vibes. We're looking at about a $24,000 BTC. Remember, never clone alone, but my wife is home, so I can clone. But never clone alone. I did it one time. It didn't go good. It was so messy. 13,000 is the measured move to the downside. Okay. Thanks for the great job, Sam. Love you from Greece. Thank you so much for the love, man. So look, we're in a symmetrical triangle, right? And if we break to the upside, we're going to 24,000. We break to the downside, we're going to 13,800. Tight in the zone, and we're battling a POC at 19,100. That's super important. All right. We're going to get into the smaller time frames in a second, but I just want to show you this is what I see happening here for Bitcoin. All right. 4-hour big picture. So this is the 4-hour big picture idea. What I do, stuff like this is, you almost want to print this out, take a screenshot and leave it. You kind of want to be able to see this and keep it privy. Okay? So that's something right off the bat. All right? I copy that, I paste it, I have it kind of documented. And what I do is I make a group out of this because I want to look at some other stuff, but I want to keep this idea. All right? So I grab all the writings that I drew, and we group them, and then we just delete the group, all right? To me, this has still got double bottom vibes. Slightly lower low, but because this low isn't lower, it's got double bottom vibes. It's got a slanted cup and handle vibe, and it's got an inverted head and shoulder vibe. Only reason I'm saying this is because I've seen this play out many times as an inverted head and shoulder, okay? So it wouldn't have been the first time that I've seen something like this play out. And the measured move would take you the neckline, which you would draw here. You would swing this to the neckline, and then you would slant this out kind of the way the head and shoulder is forming, which was funny. It brings you right to 30K, right? So there's another thing that I want to kind of keep on the radar. See how much you see here on this channel that you won't see anywhere else. Okay, so we're going to create that group because I don't copy anyone else's TA, and I don't really watch anyone else's TA. I watch Crypto Love like a couple times a week. He's my man. I love that dude. You know what I mean? And that's it. And I have some awesome charts that he posted. And I'm going to show you some things that he talked about that I definitely want to discuss. Sam, I'm new to the stream, but I will see you tonight, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. I'll bring the Candle Mafia. Let it go. I'm gripping this ladder and beginning my climb at the moment. I love this, Brian Varney. I love it, man. Why was I looking for black human seeds in the shop yesterday? Why did I buy lemons? Why did I stop drinking? Why do I feel every day I wake up with gratitude and love? Only thanks to the cryptolifer. Thank you so much. I love it. Great vibes, man. You teach me to be so positive, bro. You really changed my life. Now I'm going to change the world. Love you, my brother. Shout out to Team Money, man. I love you too. Boomer Dave, disappointed you missed my super chat. We don't miss super chats here. We write them down and we get them all, so we don't miss them. So that's actually a lie. We don't miss super chats. Thank you. Great job, Sam. Love from Greece. Thank you so much, man. And guys, moderator, make sure you dig up that guy's super chat because we never miss a super chat. So it's not true. We have missed one here and there. All right, in the hundreds and hundreds of streams that I've done, 600 some odd streams. Okay, but we're really good about it. It's very rare. We miss like 0.001% of them. We get like 99.9% of super chats. That's a true statement. I don't see the super chat. I'm looking everywhere for it. I don't see it. All right. OG Crypto Love. Yeah. Soul does not. Someone's always upset with me, just so you know. So just join the. Thank you, Boomer Dave. Someone's always upset with me. You can be one of them now. Appreciate it. That's what happens. You become a YouTube, personality, and someone's always. It's rare. That's why I was surprised about 20 minutes ago. Sam, to be correct, what's your opinion if you? I don't know about, the election, yes and no. It's rare. That's why I'm surprised. Actually, I do think it's going to affect the country in a good way. I think we're going to get a bit of a wave, and the wave's going to actually help financially correct some of the things we've been having going on. So I actually am somewhat bullish on the idea, on what's happening with the elections, So look, you could say that this is the channel that we're into. The idea is, do we cut off the top? Or do we make it back to the top of the channel, which, suggested we do. We could make it all the way here and then get rejected. That would be the breakout of the symmetrical, and we could still end up down here. The coolest thing about this is we would still not make that lower low, and they could drag up. This would be a really good idea. If I was a market maker, I would do this because I would bring everyone up, and I'd get them all excited again above this high volume node, and I'd get them above 20,005, and I'd get them excited. Then I'd bring them a little low, and I'd shoot them up somewhere up into here, like into this zone, right? And I'd get them really excited. Then I'd shoot them back down. Then I'd kind of play around here for a while. Then I would dump, fake a flag that looks kind of bullish, and then dump down to the bottom of the pattern. And that's how they could liquidate. See, that's the thing. Don't they sit there and say, well, how can we liquidate the most people? So to me, that would be the smartest. Looks like it's probably that's probably the most likely scenario right there, which is insane. But I'm telling you, that's what we've been seeing. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that, Right now, I play it safe and in simple. Above the POC, I'm okay. Below the POC, I'm not okay. And so every time we get back above the POC, we're in good shape. Every time we're not back above the POC, we're not in good shape. And just simple as that to me, okay? Simple as that to me. Back to the pattern that we actually had going, right? And the support and resistance lines that I would like to draw. Because I'm about to figure out where Bitcoin's about to go. Takes me some time. To be accurate, you're not gonna be accurate in 2 seconds. You're gonna have to use your special sauce. So right now I'm mixing my special sauce. I'm getting ready. All right. This is how I do it. Let me prepare. All right. Let me do my thing. Shout out to the 575 likes on the live stream. $20 in super chat. 662 people on the live. Thank you so much for jumping on in. It came down to the 333 part in the chart. It went by really fast, but one came in urging that. It came in the 333. Yeah, so he did it during a barrage, Sorry if I missed a super. There was one on the 22-hour and one on the 200 SMA. He can only check the history in the super chats. I was just at $5 about 20 minutes ago, suggesting to pull up the NASDAQ futures of the weekly with the 200 MA for a scary picture. It was just $5 about 20 minutes ago, suggesting to pull up the NASDAQ futures on the weekly with the 200 MA for a scary picture. Okay. Thank you. Let me finish Bitcoin here so we can, because we may be missing money right now. That's another thing I want to make clear. It's like I saw this falling wedge too that's broken out. That's a shoulder head and a shoulder. You see that? Just go back to this symmetrical. And then what I'm also going to do, and I'm sorry if this is confusing because if you're a beginner, but this is how my mind works here. So to me, that's a retest. And we were about to break back inside the pattern, but we left it. Okay, now let's go back to where we were today, and let's make the pattern that we made. I started today off saying we were in a bullish flag, going to break to the upside on the 1 minute and the 4 hour, on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. Both look, somewhat oversold, and the flag gave me some confidence we could break to the upside. Looks like a lot of people loaded in on that flag, and then they brought us lower than the POC to try to induce shorts, to short the market, right? And this is where Bookmap's going to come into play now. So they tried to induce shorts to short the market. What happened? We fell below the POC, all right? And when you fall below the POC, right, big time short. So a bunch of people shorted, and then they just liquidated them all because there was a bunch of short stops right here, right? Because when you fall below a POC, you open a short, correct? That's like what you're, I would wait for a bearish retest. I want to see this candle dump back below the POC, right? Why does the POC move around? Because it takes in conjunction all the candles. When you don't have all the candles on the screen, you begin to lose the POC, all right? So right now, the 15 minutes bouncing to the upside. The 1 hour is bullish. The second, I said this yesterday, remember, the second you make your way inside of a pattern, remember, we just negate the fact that it ever left the pattern. Remember that? So now we just play the flag as if the flag was just the same way. We're above we're right back again. We're above weekly support again at 19,200, right? 250, 280 area. We're above the POC. We're back to bullishness again, which is insanity. What they keep doing, they're playing with a very high area concentration that traders like me know. And so they're messing with people for sure, because right now they induced a lot of people to short when they lost that POC. However, if you knew your stochastics RSI like I did, you would have known that the 15-minute and the 1 minute were getting extended, and there was a lack of like they didn't have as much movement as they normally do. Momentum indicators can tell you how unlikely the manipulators can take the price. It's as if an elastic is already extended all the way and they want to pull it more. How are they going to extend that elastic more? How can they do that if it's already extended all the way? So when I see low stochastics in the 15 and the 1 hour, even when I see them dumping, it gives me a little bit of calmness because I'm like, man, how much more can they dump this? They've already brought the momentum of the oscillator down so far. So now, look, when we look at the heat map here for Bookmap, and I really like taking myself off the screen here. I hope I remember to come back. I sometimes never do. But the idea here is this. There's heat up here at about 19,300 all the way up to 19,004. And you can see we're getting liquidated. The shorts, 7,000 liquidated, 387. That's a small liquidation, but liquidating some shorts here in this bar. But that's a big sell wall, too, at 19,004, suggesting we will have a little trouble getting above that. There's really no buy pressure down here at all, though. So it's interesting. Do we shred into this and get up to the next bar? Right now, they're kind of playing games. I'm going to look at the amalgamated data to get a little more information. This is Bybit OKX and Binance Futures kind of put together. And this is privy to a big move to 19,004. And you can see there's lack of liquidity down here. This guy just put in at 18,009, 630 Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoins, right? And look, we're starting to chew, though. Short squeeze is occurring as we speak. There it is right there. And we're short squeezing into the liquidity zone, the heat map, where there's the most red, where we're likely to go. It's like a dog that wants food. Where's the biggest bowl of food? The dog's going to go and eat that meat up. See what I'm saying? And so we're going to go eat that food, and that's what we're doing right here. That's what we're doing here on Bookmap. All right. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you and yours. Thank you so much for the new subscriber. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. God bless you. And listen, free boot camp in the Discord. You should probably go on and get it. A free trading boot camp. Who wouldn't want that? From a guy like me that does it every single day and gives you awesome information. Jump on in today. You absolutely love it. What up, lifer? I'm swamped with the day job, but thought I would jump in quick and hit the like button. Bison9, you're the man, dude. Always sending the love, dude. Is the red line shorts? No, it's not shorts. It's people who are wanting to sell Bitcoin. These are sell orders. He wants to sell Bitcoin at 19,004 or 19,000, right? So these are big sell orders. So Bitcoin is going to go where it can make a sell, or it can make a transaction, right? Where the exchanges can transact. So If you see more orders up here, Bitcoin's going to go into that order to eat. It's like eating. So it's eating the sell orders. These are buy orders. The green is buy, the red is sell. So these are buy sell orders, these are buy orders, and this is the order book. Okay. Lifer, I'm free to work with you in October. Shout out to Type Crow. Thank you, man. I can't wait for the screen share. Shout out to Trevor TVA. We have a screen share tonight from 6:30 to 8:30, everybody. 6:30 to 8:30. Usually I'll probably push it to 6:45 to 8:45 just because I will be on around the blockchain. And a lot of times I don't get a chance to really eat a full meal. Yes, it's called Bitcoin Pac-Man. Very similar to Bitcoin Pac-Man. So based on what I'm seeing here on the 1 hour, and based on the fact that the bulls just bought us right back up above resistance, I'm going to trade this exactly as I was about to. All right? And see if we can get to the measured move, which would take me to, about 20,500 with a stop loss below the POC, and using that 18,800 area, which has been serious supportive resistance. So, yeah, supportive resistance. So my stop loss is below 18,008 because that's been a significant area. And I'm going to see if Bitcoin can get us up. You could trade right now. Again, this is my prediction. You do whatever makes you happy. All right? How one could make more money doing this is they could trade any altcoin that looks like it could possibly move to the upside, or, anything that, ooh, who called it? Who called it? Sammy banging on him again. Look, and I hit the target of my bigger channel now. Anyone that was privy to the idea. And I'm just so nice. I'm so nice. Who gives free setups every single day and still gets hated on? It's insane how many people still hate on me. I can't believe it. I can't believe the hate. It's insanity. I can't think about it. I got to only be in the love. But look at the liquidations now, and they're going right where I told you they were going to go. I coached you with Bookmap. Shout out to the beautiful people at Bookmap. How did I just do this and show you where price action was likely going to go? I'm using Bookmap, and I affiliate with Bookmap. They're beautiful people. They do sponsor me. They pay me a little bit of a stipend a month. I absolutely love them, and they give me commissions on any Bookmap that I sell. I absolutely love Bookmap, though. I only sell things that I use every single day, and you can see how well it helps me. How many times have I opened up Bookmap, and I've been like, dude, there's the liquidity. Boom. Done. Case closed. We can move on, right? Many, 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 many times. I owe them, man. They've helped me out so many times. I love the owner. I've met him, and the founder. Smart gentleman who created a beautiful algorithm and an API. I mean, what an amazing move here. So I love Bookmap. Bookmap's in the description below. You only get Bookmap. The cheapest you can get it is through my links, Global Plus. So you might as well, if you're really excited, if you're into trading, if you like how I'm using this order book, and you're going to be away from the charts or doing your thing, I do try to post it a lot to the trading group. So you kind of have access to Bookmap it away through the trading group. But if you really want it yourself, and you can put it on any asset you want, Ethereum, Matic, bunch of different, go down here, what do they got? They got Ethereum, they got Filecoin, they got Flow, Football, Gala, look at this, Near, they got a bunch of stuff we can look at, find out where the liquidity is going, all right? And so you find your symbol, you subscribe to your symbol, and, do they got Matic? They got Matic on the perp? I don't know if they have Matic. I think they do. I only use it for Bookmap as my leading indicator, okay? Just to be clear. But you can use it on they don't have every asset in the world, but it works very well, all right? It works very well. Ethereum also got a bit of a short squeeze here now, forming a bit of a flag. So we showed you the liquidity was likely to go to 19,003, and we went and ate. Now they're kind of stringing you up to 19,008. They're kind of pushing it out. Now you can see they've kind of started to sparse it, though. They want to bring it back down. Possibly they got some heat here. And you can kind of see, but we're still holding the heat up here. The shorts are still getting liquidated. Okay? Dome will follow Hero. Dome does follow Hero. That's a good point. But I called this and absolutely nailed it. If you were in my trading group, you were privy to this information. And everyone's like, how do they post gains every single day? It's because we don't take days off. If I took a day off, there'd probably be a day I couldn't post a gain. But I'll hit a gain tomorrow from something I posted 4 or 5 days. I've posted so many charts that the gains are coming in constantly because I'm always, it's like a bread on a conveyor belt, man. So look right here on Old Hero. And I hadn't traded Hero in a long time. Like, I hadn't looked at it for a long time. But look, that's cup and handle-esque. That's a beautiful wedge. You just see how it has a progressive feel? Like, it looks like it's going to go up like a unicorn. 20% gains for Hero. This is posted to the trading group. No BS, right? You can see the timestamp and exactly when it was posted. You can even jump to the actual post if you want. That's what I love. This Discord is great. It logs everything. Look, at 11:51 p.m., I'm working. See, I'm working in the middle of the night. About to go to bed, but instead of going to bed, I'm just plowing through the charts, doing what I can for my trading group, trying to find the most juice out of the orange that we can squeeze on. And lo and behold, Hero bangs on them to the upside for massive gains. I just love it. And how did I do it? Tight moving averages. MACD showing signs of life, right? I even saw here on the 1 hour time frame. If you see here, that's a sharp uptrend, but it's kind of flattening out there. It's not hidden bullish, but it has like feels. And the other thing about it is it's like a cup and handle. Also, there's a POC here, and we were right near it. Once we got above it, you're going to go to here. So look, this is simple stuff. Once you get above the red line, trade it to the end of the mountain. It's like a ball rolling down a hill. I show you this so many times. I go over it every single day. I don't stop. I'll be here for you. On top of that, once the trade played out yesterday, I called the gain, and I said, look, and we made gains. I said, project a flag to see if we can continue. It came out. When the flag said, I said the flag was filled. I said there may be more gains coming. I then was nice enough to even show you the gains today on the live, to be nice, to show you that there was a high chance this would play out. And then that would play out. So most people just put a setup and let you sink or swim. Like, I put out a setup, and then I also update the setup. I did this yesterday with AI, and I brought everyone through the AI trade over and over again until I showed that it made 20% gains with AI. Like, I basically walked through the trade all day long, and I kept posting it. I first saw it in this channel. Let's go back. I mean, it did give it back, and that's why you got to, pull your stop loss to break even at any given moment and always take profits. But I looked at this back here, and this all started. It was a 15-minute scalp. It was just a quick little cash grab. Wasn't supposed to be anything crazy, right? So I saw this pattern here. I said, that's likely to make a move to the upside. I grabbed the measured move, right? This is simple stuff, okay? Like, this is not rocket science that I do here, guys and girls. All right, then I made the secondary flag because I started to make this flag. I drew that flag. I grabbed this measured move, I grabbed this measured move, right? And I said, this is likely to continue up again to the next measured move. And no one else gives you their special sauce without making you pay. Nobody. Whatever. People know this already. I'm just going to stop saying it. And boom, it didn't get all the way to the measured move, got up there, but the entire trade in general made a beautiful gain of 18% on my radar. Could it go for more now? It's possible. You never know. I usually leave it alone after I've taken it for gains. But like, this is just in the last 12 hours. Like, that was last night and now. And now I'm looking at another one that's likely to break out, 618. If this pumps, so be it. 15 minutes a little high now. I'd be a little weary of it. But I like where that 1 hour is sitting. And it shows signs of life with the MACD try to turn. And it is, to me, it kind of broke out the trend tiny bit right here. As you can see, that candle is now outside of the trend line. This thing is breaking out technically to the upside. So I'd be watching this high sand 33 very closely. All right. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, and this could dump to the downside in 2 seconds. I don't know. I'm just showing you that I play falling wedges with tight moving averages at Fibonacci retracement levels, with MACD turning, RSI in a good spot, and the SRSI. So it has everything that I go for, and I just keep going for it. Pretty simple. No one gives you your special sauce without making you pay. Sam Price, right? If I was a newbie beginner and didn't know anything about crypto trading, I would definitely join the Lifer Squad. I have to say it as it is, brothers. That's a fact. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate the Blue Wizard. Yep. If I was a newbie beginner and didn't know anything about crypto, I would definitely join the Lifer Squad. And I have to say it as brothers. Yep. Thank you for saying that. And honestly, we even have people that have been trading for years that are like, dude, I traded for years, but you gave me more confidence. You made me see the charts better. You made me wake up. Like, one guy's like, I traded for years, but I didn't wake up early every day. I didn't really take my life by. He's like, man, you got me waking up earlier. You got me like one guy's like, I'm a better dad. I've been doing more for my kids. I've been doing more for my family. I'm like, really? What? If real financial advisors also said I'm not a financial advisor, many people would be richer. Funny. What do you think about XRP chart? Falling wedge. Let's take a look at XRP in the falling wedge. Shout out to my man bringing it up. And so I'm still bullish on Bitcoin breaking up to the upside out of this flag. It broke back in the flag. 1 hour still bullish. Has not changed the story. Morning glory. This is a swing up to swing up. This swings up, but not half as sharp. It's almost like a Class B hidden bullish. It's a slight hidden bullish there. And you have falling volume with falling price. Tells me that the sellers are gone. We lost all the sellers. I don't know where they are. And you could also call this a retest of this trend line. We're retesting this trend line to the upside. Bitcoin looks bullish to me, in my humble of opinions. Having 800 plus eyes and ears on the market is priceless. Shout out to David Kendall, right? Do you trade EOS USDT? I don't trade it all the time, no. DXY doing more dancing down low. Hey, Sam, if you want to think thinking of Flux. Interesting. I don't know what he is, but that's an epic name. XRP looks like a triangle that broke down and retested the 4 hour. Let's take a look at XRP, right? And we'll leave Bitcoin where we have it there. ETH BTC. I've given so much of my knowledge for free today already because I love it. Because I love being a strong individual that can produce for others. That makes me feel good about myself, and that makes me feel like I have a mission and a purpose in life. So thank you for giving me a mission and a purpose. I appreciate each and every one of you for diving in with me every single day. Let's take a look at the XRP chart for my man, ZK. XRP. And I'm in the XRP army. Shout out to everyone who is. I've been in it for 3 years now. I absolutely love XRPZ and XRP doing Damiji. Damiji. So look, we had XRP. It broke out of this to the upside. You kind of see it, look, the shoulder, the head and the shoulder. You see how that's an inverted head and shoulder? That's what we're looking at, honestly, on total market cap, on Bitcoin, on so many other things. So that's kind of like that, and that did break out. We're kind of looking, it's almost like, is XRP telling, and sometimes I feel like they do this. They make a similar chart, and then they break out one coin out of it to let the rest of the team know, like, we're going to start moving the market. It's kind of like because they definitely have to communicate without communicating. So they can't get caught for insider trading. But what they do is they definitely have signals that they send each other. So I was looking at XRP, and it was in this nice little channel, getting tight, likely to make a move to the upside, right? The fact that it broke down is interesting to me. That was getting very, very tight. So I delete everything. So I was wrong. That got stopped out, right? I'm not going to be perfect. But again, not bad of a stop. And as long as you have proper risk management, the worst thing that can happen if you get educated and, basically learn a system in which I teach, the worst thing that can happen is you lose like 8%, 15%. Like, it's very rare my stop losses are over 12 to 20% if we're looking at like 100% gains. You know what I mean? So like when they are that high, it usually means the risk reward ratio is getting pretty high too. So yeah, so like I don't go willy-nilly, I don't go all in, I don't teach any of that nonsense. So, So you look at the 15-minute here on XRP, you're in a beautiful falling wedge that wants to break to the upside. You pull a Fibonacci on this for sure. I feel like I put too many support and resistance lines. It's we got a big chunk here that we got to watch. We break that, we could come down here to this next big zone. And we got one in the middle. That's good for me. You got to break through this next resistance right there. 45 cents is going to be a deal. Once you get about 45 cents, you're likely to head to this POC at 49, right? And see how that works. Now you're looking for a divergence on a bigger time frame as well after I pull the Fibonacci. Fibonacci from bottom to the top. We're going to take a look here. We did bounce right in between the 0.5 and the 618. We didn't hit the golden pocket, but we did a pretty healthy retracement. Basically, the 618 Fibonacci, we came very close to touching it. Very healthy. We could drop a little lower right into the golden pocket. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame and see what it says. 1 hour time frame is actually low, suggesting that we will make a higher low here if we can hold in that 15-minute. And this is the same flag Bitcoin's in. And again, at the end of the day, that's a cup and handle, is it not? Sammy cup and handy to the upside. The measured move of that cup and handle would take you, and backtest this. Draw this cup and handle yourself, see if the measured move takes you, and you should get pushed up into this next area of liquidity. And that actually could, I figured we would probably press up all the way to the POC. So I'm taking a move from 44 to 49 cents for XRP. Looks pretty nice to me. The probability is shaping up based on Fibonacci, falling wedge, and even this little channel here. 1 hour is also looking pretty good with momentum of the 15. And if the 50-minute comes up and comes on down, maybe we just kind of go sideways again and then still pump to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for XRP. So XRP looks good to me. Chance of getting at least to the POC at 49 cents. We'll revisit it after that. But I like what I'm seeing for XRP. Possibly about 10% scalp coming here. 12, 13% scalp coming for XRP. The bigger move, I'm not going to kind of hold myself to. I just see a pretty nice scalp daily, pointing to the downside right now, but could get flipped by the 4 hour. For me, this would be a 1 hour scalp, 4 hour scalp at the most, and I wouldn't be trying to hold on for too long. All right, so possible scalp here for XRP, 13% gains I'm looking at. It could come lower for one more move, and if it breaks that zone, it'll come to the bottom of this channel at 40 cents. That would be a beautiful retracement into the golden pocket. So keep a stop loss maybe below, possibly below the 0.65. If you can get it at the 706, it's kind of tough though. It's a tough trade. It's a little tight on the risk. A little tight on the risk. I want to teach you about something today that I've keep trying to bring up, but I've been having a hard time getting to, and that's the 10-year yield. All right. Token 2049 is a crypto event happening in Singapore right now. All major projects and exchanges have booths, so Twitter is on fire with news and announcements for the media event. Token 2049. I should be there. Crypto is trending in business and finance, building off the hype and generated by the Singapore Expo. Many projects are heavily advertised right now to gain attention. Twitter is flush with usual NFT community projects trying to persuade users that have utility and staying power. Airdrop is trending right now, often used to generate hype for a project as everyone loves getting something for free. Many NFT communities are running airdrops of their tokens right now, and many scammers are using the airdrops to fish people's hot wallets. So just be careful, all right? Bitcoin beats the British pound, taking volume as GP falls apart. I'm telling you, that's going to force people into... People don't realize when other currencies throughout the world fall off, people are going to jump into Bitcoin. It's not just the US dollar versus Bitcoin. You're in a world hedge. And as the dollar continues to rise, it's going to chew through other channels. You know what I mean? Shout out to K-Dub in the house, man. I thought about you just the other day because I saw your testimonial. Shout out to K-Dub in the house, man. K-Dub back in the game. Man, if you can make gains trading in a bear market, you will be a millionaire come the bull market. Thanks, cryptolifer. Shout out to K-Dub, man. My man. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the love. Thank you for a friendly face coming into the stream. We should look at the NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures on the weekly with the 200 MA critical NQ1. Boomer Dave, thank you so much, Boomer. You're stuck on it. I'm going to get to it at one point. It's just not part of my show at the present moment, but I will put it in. Trust me, I will get it. So XRP, look, I think it's ready right now. I think we're about to handle that super chat. Any other super chats in the game? Anyone that's sending a super chat? Shout out to the $28.84 in super chat revenue. Thank you, dear Lord, for the revenue. God bless you each and every day for helping me get through the bear market. I appreciate it. Scrapple has a barn yard taste to it. Class dismissed. Shout out to Zero Allegiance, my man. Thank you for jumping on into the live. Appreciate you with all my heart and soul, man. Thank you. Scrapple. I don't know what Scrapple is. I want to find, what is everyone, there's this like this is old protein people used to eat. I don't know the name of it, but it comes and it lasts for like a year. It lasts for years. It never goes bad. And it's actually the highest form of protein. What is it? There's a name for it. People have forgotten about it completely, but it can keep you alive in the hardest times. It's not spam. It's not spam. It's not spam. It's not beef jerky. It's not spam. No. Soylent. No. Durian. No. Are you talking about Pernican? I think he... No. Is it Puna? This guy's... What is jerk chicken? Critic, spirulina. No, I like spirulina. Solvent Green, you're funny. That was a good movie. DJ Porter Rock, Rockton Road, T-Money, have been good. Busy flipping houses and building my bag. Shout out to K-Dub, my man. Bearish divergence in the 1 minute possible. If it ain't salami, it ain't for mommy. For Maui. You're funny. All right. So there's XRP. I do see a move for XRP to the upside. And we nailed gains today already. I could walk away today. We already hit them. We already nailed them. We banged on them, man. Shout out to Hero taking them. It's crazy how I see a wedge. I speculate on the wedge, and the wedge pays you. It's just nuts, right? And look, no stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. Yes. Yes. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on. And don't forget, I'll be on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. on Around the Blockchain. Also, I love making gains. I work so hard to find gains every day. And if I don't work hard, I won't find the gains. They just won't happen. Not happening. I won't be able to celebrate the gains if I don't work hard. So it's fun to celebrate gains, but you don't get to do it unless you work your complete butt off. How do I get Super Chat to work? You might need a VPN and change your country to like America. Scrapple is made from pig snout to tail. Wow. If the NASDAQ... Ooh, I need some Scrapple. My wife doesn't eat pork. She won't allow me. Lifer crew better show up for our boy tonight. Oh, we're going to be there, man. We will be there to support you on ATB, Sam. Thank you, T-Money. I appreciate that. I will be on Around the Blockchain. Bang, bang, bang. And actually, we had a banner for it, right? No, that was when Ben actually said hi. Funny. I think this is it here. Oh, no, that's when I'm on BitBoy. I had an ATB one. I probably don't have it anymore, but it definitely, you guys, I have it in the on the Google Drive. Should have had it up today. I'm slipping away. Dang. Banner socials. Oh, that's that old one. Yeah. All right. But it's clear as day that we make gains here every day. Did you perform simple MA or emotional MA? Isn't it exponential? Emotional MA. That's kind of funny, though. I use the emotional moving average. I get real emotional with it. This has been a funny pattern. It's this. I will give it to you, Billy. I'm starting to get it now. What you've been putting down. You know? Look, we didn't get this move. This was a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. So even though I thought it could be preview, I was like, it's still a head and shoulder that could dump. And it did. Head and shoulder played out, and we didn't get the little move, right? Someone said this thing is pumping hard. Doesn't look too nice. So he asked about the NASDAQ, which I normally don't go over. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ. And he asked about the weekly and the 200 MA. I mean, you're right on it. You go below that, trouble. Pandemic, right? Or no, actually February 09, that was 08. Like, you go below the 200, that's a crisis. All right? And we're very close to it with some momentum to the downside. However, I've been showing everybody that the 2 week actually don't look too good. The monthly wants to rip. So the monthly just looks like it's in a bull flag. Like the monthly looks like a 1 hour chart that pumped nice and just reset a little bit and wants to fly to the upside now. You know what I mean? Like the monthly's not that scary. I get you. The weekly, you don't want to break that 200 on the weekly. Looks like you did. I see what you're saying. Yeah, like you're flirting with breaking the 200 on the weekly chart for the NASDAQ. That's no good. See, the beautiful thing about Bitcoin already did that. Bitcoin did that a long time ago. We're way, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already fell below that. Like, you know, we don't need to worry about that stuff. We did the bearish things already. See, Bitcoin does things that big markets like couldn't handle. They'd only do every 20 years. Bitcoin does it every 4 years. So you're ready for the ups and downs. Updated data has confirmed that we are in a recession according to the market NFA. If the NASDAQ 100 futures gives up the 200 MA on the weekly, everything going to crash, including Bitcoin. I don't know about that. You're funny. Everything's going to crash, including Bitcoin. You never know, man. You could take it one day at a time. What do you say about bullish divergence on the 2 week on Bitcoin chart and the 800 MA support and the 100 support MA Bitcoin has its own TA. It's true. Like if we add, let's add the 800 MA here and see what it looks like. right? Because that like doesn't. So there's the 800 MA right here. And you can see Bitcoin's 800 MA, whenever it crosses the 50, the 100, and the 200, we have a bottom. Look, it did it here. It crossed the 50 right there. And our bottom was just right not too far away. This thing is a pretty good bottom indicator. Look at that. Even on this, I mean, there was a bottom, but there was our secondary bottom, and that's when the 50 crossed the 800. Right there. Right there. Wasn't too far out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Right there when the 800 crossed the 50, which was like a couple weeks, 3 weeks after the bottom there. This would take so long for this to actually cross, and we've already done it on Bitcoin. So they're not even close to in the same place. Shout out to David Kendall and K-Dub getting all buddy together again. K-Dub, man, we missed you, man. You were a mover, dude. You've been missed greatly. Like, you have no idea. And you've probably been around, too. I've been busy. There's been a lot going on. But God bless you and yours, man. Thank you so much. I hope your flipping is going well. I hope another big flip's coming your way. And I hope you just continue to flip your way into the love, man. Flipping it all the way to the win. Too crazy. My team was all over it. I saw someone posting Too Crazy. I believe it was Stack McChange. All over Too Crazy. And all you had to do was kind of find this symmetrical triangle and say, hey, maybe this will break up to the upside. I mean, this ascending triangle. Flag with low stochastics and lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. Sad I didn't see it myself touching the 21-day moving average. I can't be everywhere, but I can be as many places as I can. Look at DEGO. DEGO's looking a lot like what we saw yesterday. So look, yesterday, what did I play? AI looked just like this. Same scenario. It was doing a similar idea, all right? I'm telling you right now, AI looked almost identical to this yesterday. Symmetric, ascending triangle, 50% chance of a break to the upside, right? It's a 50-50 shot. So, and again, if Bitcoin dumps, it'll take it down, but we already kind of got our dump. And we're moving into a lower liquidity into a Friday tomorrow. So it's like, okay. You can get below that line. I could shave that to 2.5 for one time only. Every once in a while, you can break that rule, but it's like once out of every 30 trades, you know. But I do see DEGO possibly banging on them for another 30% gains. This looks a lot like AI. The 1 hour and the 50-minute are both in a good spot right now. I like what I'm looking at. DEGO, possible moves to the upside for DEGO. Ascending triangles, right? Not the greatest, not the worst. They do tend to be bullish. They show signs of bullishness. But by law, by the book, they're 50-50 patterns. Okay? You do see some bearish divergence here. Swing down to swing down, not swinging up. Some could say it already played out, but you have to just kind of heed that bearish divvy. It is far apart on the moving averages on the 15, right? They'd have to extend. The 1 hour did start to kind of get away from the 1 hour time frame. We could get a pullback here. This is where the pattern comes into play. The 4 hours also getting extended with tweezer tops. So kind of makes me high risk. It's very high risk. I almost don't want to, what I'm going to go back is I'm going to look at AI and look at what AI was doing on the 4 hour when I got into that trade. And it was high too as well with the same stuff going on. And we were still, this is what it looked like when I first got into it. Right here. It had tweezer top. And so it was overbought. It looked very similar. So it means it's high risk, but there's a chance you could still make some bacon on the beach here. But it's high risk. All right. MACD isn't also in your favor. It's a little stretched. Yeah. This may go, but there's some signs. I'm almost don't want to post it because of the risk, So if someone's not into high risk, then you'll know, so every once in a while I'll post something with high risk and just let you know, but there's still something leaning into me that says, hey, this thing may still make a move, I like this consolidation that it's doing. It's bullish to me on the smaller time frame. I love HORD. I've been playing HORD on and off for years now. HORD makes me think of Kevin Tam. Shout out to Kevin if you're out there. I remember when you first played HORD and you took it for gains. So look, I had HORD here in this channel and likely to break to the upside, the measured move. And look what HORD did. It did the exact measured move. 40% gains for HORD. Bang, bang, bang. Pretty simple. Orbs, GMT. And let's get back into the chat. What is the chat saying? I usually just eat the middle, though. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Go make one then. Makes me want a sandwich. Go make one then. Don't talk to her like that. Don't tell her what to do. So there's that. I made better late than never. Can still say I watched 370 consecutive days. Shout out to the Bullish Lifer, man. 300 consecutive. The Bullish Lifer. I love that name, dude. You're the man, dude. Much respect to you and yours. What up, Chris? Love learning. Shout out to Chris Ray in the house. Chris Ray, we love you. We know you work hard, man. Appreciate you for coming on in. Played your resetting. It didn't look like it was pumped. I was confused by that. But anyway. I got this other one on the radar. You may never heard of NDAU, right? NDAU. It's making this really strange pattern. It actually has low liquidity. Nah, I don't like the candles on this thing. But it's looking really weird, all right? But I'm not a fan of those candles. Route has been on my radar for a while now. Route. I actually am in Route personally, owning a piece of it. It's interesting to me. This was this falling wedge. It slipped a little more, but continued to careen. I'm just going to show you the bigger idea here on Route. We'll go to the daily chart, right? I mean, you can see in this really nice consolidative pattern. The 3-day even. And that's a symmetrical triangle, yes, but I mean, with the way that 3 days flipping and the way we're about to get above a POC, you get above that POC and you're doing damage. All right, so Route looks pretty scrumptious to me. Like it's going to make a bit of a move, and it could go up 130%. I'm personally in this. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out, so be it. But Route, I mean, I can get my stop loss pretty low and still be at a 3. I mean, I really like this idea here for Route, 282 even. This is interesting. So the worst comes to worst, it loses the POC and you get stopped out. But if it doesn't, I mean, there's some bacon on the beach on the other side of that rainbow. So Route is looking pretty sweet to me. I'm looking at Route on the radar. What other coin will you find if you stick with the lifer? A lot of people left the stream. They didn't stick with it. But they're like, you know what? I'll go back and get the timestamps later, which that pumps the views up. So it is what it is. You know? Big Quick Energy. I love hordes too. Oh, my bad. Aris also made a call. Greg forgot which because I wasn't with the super chat. I'm sorry. I made I'm bad super chats today. I'm also emotional. And this is a special day. I hope everyone is loving themselves and making that they could change your life. Shout out to Gregory. Don't worry, man. God bless you and yours. Wow, bacon on the beach and the other side of the rainbow. How do you come up with this stuff? I don't know, man. I have no idea, but it sounds great, doesn't it? I hope everything is okay, Gregory Sniper. Gregory's the man. He's doing well. He's just going through a metamorphosis. I started watching you in June and making the most of this bear market to learn from you. Hey, we got 2 years to get it in, everyone. We got 2 years to get it in. Let's make the most of it. Let's make the most of it. I thought he was talking about the World of Warcraft for a second. How dare you miss my super chat? You don't work hard enough. ERN making big moves and still might run. I know ERN, eternity, which makes you want eternity. Talk with a lisp. Eternity. Eating bacon you found on the beach is not financial advice. Bacon on the beach. Shorts coming soon. DJ Porter Rock. Bacon on the beach, shorts coming soon, yeah. I thought you meant the shorts are coming soon. I'm like, no, I thought we were doing well. What did you see in the market? I'm like, what do you mean the shorts are coming soon? Greg is killing it. Greg is the man. Greg, we love you, man. You've been a lifer for life. Hey, we have a 3-month special. It's $330 in the trading group. Join for 3 months and get the beginner's course for $60. It's amazing. It's my 33 deal, baby. You know it had to be on the 33. So for 30 buns, jump on in today. And then you'll be able to hang out with me on the weekly screen share. If you join today, you'll get you'll get into the weekly screen share. So you have up until like 3 to 4 o'clock to join, and you'll still probably get into the weekly screen share tonight. It's on Zoom, everyone. It will be on Zoom. So remember, we'll be going there. And what we do on that is we go over my token metrics account, which costs $90 a month. So isn't that nice to pay $99 a month and get something that also costs $90 a month? So you'd be in for $180, but you're not. You're actually in for $90, $99. So, and then also get privy to me, $3 a day to get my brain handed to you, going over the charts every single day. One of the most accurate traders in all of crypto. Most accurate Bitcoin analysis in crypto. And then look at this. I mean, and then get Bookmap. And this Bookmap also costs money. All the things that I pay for a month. I pay for like $1,000 or more in things a month. You know what I mean? Every tip and trick and tool that you need to keep you privy and ready to go. So look, the short's getting liquidated again. It's looking like we're going up to 19,700 area. I'm calling along for Bitcoin. I see what it is, and I got some altcoins that are going to follow suit. If you want to make some money, there's a chance that this education could help you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I love you all. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. We got more likes than watchers. This is the old way. See, this is how it used to be. This is how it used to be. 560 people on the live, 660 likes. Prayers up for everyone. Been a tough month on many levels, but praying for and with many lifers daily. Get it, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bonk, bonk. Bork, bork. I don't know what that means. So we looked at the NASDAQ. I think we covered every single super chat, I do believe. So I appreciate each and every one of you for doing that. Thank you. Route USDT. Interesting. And honestly, you moderators are the real. You guys come in. You guys show up every day. Like Gina, you miss like random, like one. You miss like 3, maybe 1 or 2 days a month. It's very rare. But like a lot of you, DJ Porter Rod never missed a Jamie, never missed a Gina. Oh, CNC Ireland, you become like the staple now. You become the new Dingo, bro. You know. And Dingo, we all know he had to do some, undercover, so he had disappeared. Crypto Reg, Chris Ray, man, I love you, bro. Thank you for everyone here. You have no idea how much it means to me that you stick by me and still learn and are loyal to the trading group. It means the world to me, so I really appreciate it. I come when I can. You're awesome, Gina. I appreciate you. Cryptolifer is the education sensation. Find elation and join his nation. Shout out to Jamie. And there's more money out here. I guarantee if I keep looking, my brain will find even more. But I put out a bunch of big daily charts the last few days. I put out a lot of stuff. ELON might have bottomed here. Try to make a bit of a move for ELON, which is funny. Doge Elon Mars. That thing makes a move back to the upside. I mean, that will make 10x or something. You're looking at 800 to 1,000x. All right, I'm pretty good with the day. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, and I'm going to jump out of here for the rest of the day. I was like, what shot was I on there? And you guys kind of know what I'm privy on. I'm watching this flag to the upside here. And again, it may get rejected. We do have heavy resistance here that we're going to have to break through. This could end up making an M pattern. So here, your bearish scenario is you make an M. You don't get above 19,688. So you got to get a daily candle to close above 19,700 to remain bullish. Or else you're going to have an M pattern in your hands that could easily dump to about this liquidity zone, about 18,252. So it's not all beautiful if you can't get above resistance. So expect a pump on the 1 hour, right? Lack of bearish momentum. Everything looks like it's going to pump. But if we can't get above the zone, then we're going to see some issues. So, hey, Sam, I'm seeing a bull flag being built to the 50-minute to the daily on ETH Thank you. Your live stream is my daily pick me up. A lifer stream a day keeps the boss away. Hey, I love it. The only problem with Gina in the chat is you can't block. I love you. You guys are funny. Why? You guys are too funny. Why has Ada not reacted to the upgrade? Oh, don't worry, man. Things don't happen like that. And if anything, I wouldn't be surprised if we got sold off in the upgrade. You know what I mean? Show me the charts that I show you the news and get a sell-off, right? So I am expecting a bounce for Bitcoin, but if it can't get above 19,688, 700 area, we're making a bit of an M pattern and we're hitting resistance. So we're going to watch this preview for you. I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen. I think the probability is more likely we go to 20,500, but anything is possible. We're above a POC, and that's why I believe once you get above the POC again, you're going to head up to this next liquidity zone at 20,200. So that's what I'm expecting. A move for Bitcoin up to 20,200. Bookmap also corroborating the story. Lack of bearish momentum. We're seeing a bit of a swing here on the RSI, and the SRSI is pointing to the upside with momentum. So, but again, we could get up here, bounce out of this, hit resistance, make an M pattern, and dump to the downside. Anything is possible. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. All I do is look at the probabilities, and I base all my predictions and all my moves based off the probability in the chart and nothing else. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to my spiel. I did go hard today. I did feel the vibes, but you know what? That's who I am. I can't hold it back. I want to motivate every single person that I touch, feel, and see, and that I come across online in real life. It doesn't matter. So everyone, thank you so much for being here. Keep pushing forward. If I die tonight, I know that I did what I had to do today. Everyone, thank you so much. I love you, and I'll be back tomorrow for another amazing live stream from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Crypto is life. You can, you will, you are the best. Remember, let nobody tell you you're not going to be able to do what you want in your life. As long as it's positive, as long as you believe in yourself, and as long as you live in love, you're going to get there. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing stopping you. Remember, every day is a blessing. Every day is a day to feel great. Don't let yourself feel bad. Don't fall into negative thoughts, emotions, or processes. I love you all. Have a great day. Words cannot express my gratitude for your likes, for your super chats, for your comments, and for your attention and your love. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.